thought you saw as a superhero team.
Gotta work late tonight.
45% off everything.
How come you guys always have to work?
So you kids can have everything you need.
Have you seen my keys?
I wish Dad could have more time with us, and Mom could save the store. What is it, Nuzzles? Nuzzles! It's a leprechaun. You have to make a wish. Look what I found. Nuzzles is some kind of certified money-making machine. The thing about the money was, the more we got, the more we bought.
Gotta go.
But we got enough to buy whatever we wanted.
Boss Rootin' is in my house.
Mali Italia.
We were so distracted by all the new stuff, we didn't see danger coming.
That dog sheds money.
Yeah, who's shedding money? The investors that help fund this film.
Dogs, they're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
What is wrong with you? Why can't you just be happy? We're rich. Our dog sheds money. It's the American dream.
You've got a dog that prints money. Welcome to Rough Cuts. It's a dog and it prints money. This is our podcast about... Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing for this intro. Okay.
You go on one vacation.
I go on one vacation and I'm
completely gone.
I'm completely gone. Dude, in the back of my head, you can like zoom into my head and there's the narrator, like the children in this movie. And it splits into 4 screens and you see one of the screens is in my brain and it's me on a beach sipping a margarita.
So as we were saying, this is Rough Cuts. We're a podcast about movies with dogs in them, and then we rate the dogs at the end. I'm Boyks, that's Ilyon. I can do the intro fine. There's no problems here.
Dude, I think I have like some heat exhaustion, no joke. It was real fucking hot out there, and I spent a lot of time on the beach. And also, I will admit that we were forced to stay at an all-inclusive, so I had a lot of drinks. It was real good. It was good.
You're still drinking to this day, they say. Wait. Anyway, we watched The Furry Fortune.
Yeah.
A 2023.
Oh my god, dude. You had to constantly no, it's 2023. I'm like, you're lying. But then the movie did tell us.
I do not think that this dog makes money. To be fair, I never imagined Bitcoin was going to be a thing either.
Well, there's a lot of movies about magic dogs. Surprisingly. But not all of them ask what to do with the income you get from your magic dog, and if you should claim it on your taxes or not. This movie, however,
is brave. This movie, yes. Yeah.
Okay, listen to me. Don't buy anything, don't spin anything, nothing big. You hear me?
Oh,
if
this is
anybody finds out about this, you're gonna all get pinched.
Yeah, no, this is bad, yeah.
Down, De Niro. I think that what your father is trying to say is that we
just can't go around buying anything and everything we want.
This is where we practice restraint. Okay, just because we have
to launder this, children.
You gotta be careful, okay?
This movie can't be about laundering money as kids. Come on.
Yes,
it is.
Okay, it is right now. Yeah.
In fact, that's the whole question about the movie.
It's the only question. Well, okay, I actually have a lot of questions about this movie, but the only question the movie knows.
We know how the movie was funded. Let's start there.
Okay, man, that is a place to start. The movie was funded by seeking out investors.
Yeah.
To the tune of, on their investment website, I actually sat down and counted all of the names that they have printed for all of their different tier levels, and then I took the lowest of the range of money that they could do. Like, they had a corgi level that was $100 to $250, and up to, like, one of them had 172 people in it, and that was their $2,500 to $5,000 range.
That's a pretty big range for some
So
random investors.
When you
by
now,
the way.
well, also just think about that number. Think of 172 investors for their range of $2,500 plus dollars. 172. You can get where I'm going with this. If you take the absolute lowest possible number for every one of those investors, they raised $725,000. Just barely shy.
Right. For some reason, a lot of the plot in this movie revolves around trying to hide money laundered that their dog made by shedding in the laundry. So it's laundered money because it's shedding. You know who's shedding money? The investors that help fund this film. Well, I mean, the movie can't be that bad. It has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Right? I mean,
Yeah. How many reviews were there for it?
Well, there were 100 reviews, and 99 of them were on the same 2-week period right after release. And they were all 5. Well, minus 1. There was one 4-star. Just, you don't want to throw off the scent, you know?
Oh, so what you do is, that was probably one of the investor tiers, right? You spend $100 and then they write a review for you for their website. As a reward tier.
Or to give them $5,000, you need to write a review first. And then... what do we do? What I'm saying is the numbers are very confusing, and I feel like I'm shedding money here.
Somebody shed money for this movie. Somebody shed some money for this movie.
All of the money should have gone to the effects and the editors. Folks.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Those are probably the people that should have been paid more but were not on the film. Because they did a goddamn good job.
Yeah, there was actually... I mean, I think that's kind of the director, too, honestly.
Little bit, yeah.
Because, like, the choices of some of that, but, like, the director, the editor, the special effects people, like, cinematography type stuff, because they did some really interesting inner narration things, which weren't... The narration themselves, this movie is incredibly, exceptionally poorly written. Poorly written. I'm still there. You just hear waves hitting the ocean.
No, I got it. You're saying this movie is so extra, and that's why Mom left.
You're so extra! This is why Mom left us!
Fuck, God damn you.
That's what I figured it out. No, I got
really
it.
Extra, yeah. But they did a thing where, like, the child would say, oh, like, here was our treehouse. These are the things that we have on it. And it would, like, snap cut out to 4 shots, and they would, like, have items just edit in on different ones as they were talking about it. Like, it'd be still frames almost, and, like, have, like, items pop in as they talked about them. It's
like what you would do for a Skittles commercial.
Yeah, like a storyboard kind of thing.
Or some sort of storyboarding. What I'm getting at is the director was a commercial director.
Yes.
And that comes through in the visuals being very kind of quirky and flowing in an interesting way and playful.
Yeah.
That does not come through in the story.
Yes.
But in the visuals.
I have a thing about this. So
okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm shaking because this was my theory that I started researching some stuff with you a little bit, and I said at the time, like, wait, I gotta say this for the podcast, because I have a theory about this movie, and it's just conjecture, but we looked up, because it said based on the book.
There is a book.
Yeah. What the fuck? There's a book? And I'm like, okay, wait, I know what this is. So I searched up the name, and I found it, and you bet it's a self-publishing house. So this very much feels to me like a competent director, an SFX team that, like you said, they've done a lot of commercial work. You looked at the director and they had...
And they're union. They got union actors.
Yep.
So...
Yep.
Yeah.
But, like, specifically, they did a lot of UFC stuff, which is actually mildly related. But,
because they got their MMA friend to show up.
Yes. Bass Rutten, I don't...
I wrote down the name. I'd have to look it up.
Boss Rutten, fuck if I know. But anyway, it sounds like those guys figured out a money-making opportunity. and went, wait a minute, we can show that we have the chops to make a movie. Now we just need a story. Any story, it doesn't fucking matter. And like,
that could be it, yeah.
I feel like there was a producer on that was like connected with this guy that's like, well, I wrote a book, and it's like, oh, well, it's self-published. Well, that doesn't matter if we get investors, right? And then it's like, look at the work that we've done in the past. Because you were wondering how they would get people to invest like that. And I'm like,
it's such a large amount.
Yes, and if you show them, this is the editing work that we've done, it's impressive. Like, their editing is great.
And if you just say, well, the director of UFC content, you're like, oh, that's a name I recognize.
We got a cameo from this UFC guy. We have these
Bass
actors
Rutten
involved.
was his name.
Yeah, I think that it might have been pronounced different though. I'm a boss.
I think he's a Dutch American.
I don't know,
or something. So I think it's Dutch, but yeah.
Okay, but so. Like, they're sitting there like, well, we've got this guy as a cameo. We have these actors. We know the industry, and on. That starts to sound good. If we say it's
a Hollywood film, it's shot in California.
Yep.
It has no politics.
Yes, and then you can also, that's the other side of it that we can talk. You can handle that side, because they also very much leaned into that. But then you can also then say it's based on a book. It's based on a children's author who wrote a book. And we're getting them to write the movie. You don't say it's self-published.
We're self-publishing it, yeah. You don't say that, yeah.
It was 2007 that the book was printed. So you just
this is really late.
So yeah.
For the movie, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you just say, this is a children's book published in 2007. We have the rights and the authors involved. And they're willing to write the movie for us. And if you hear that as an investor, you probably look at all the other stuff and you might forget to go, well, wait, how well did this book do? Because all of the problems, all the problems of this movie are that this is a pile of fucking shit in a script.
It's
script
trash.
Is unbelievable bad. So, that's 99% of the problems.
I'm curious if the book had a message, because the movie doesn't.
It's a self-published book.
It's a self-published message.
Yeah.
If you just scattershot messages at the end.
What was that message, Boyks? Would you like to talk about the message to the investors about what the message was?
Well, the message was, we need money. The message was, Tommy Tallarico likes me.
But they also, you were talking before about how clean it was, and
how clean.
What the production company is called.
Well, it's like a moral something production company,
Higher
right?
Purpose.
Higher Purpose.
Higher Purpose Entertainment.
It's definitely scamming religious folks. But the main story on the website was something like, don't worry, it's finally a family-friendly movie about a dog, and it has no political messaging. There's no gays in this movie, but there are rainbows.
Yup.
and there's no politics, and it's clean. There's no cussing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no adult themes. We're not going to have any perverts looking through the windows at women as they sleep. And we're not going to have any politics about the IRS or the government or money laundering.
And how big and bad and awful they are.
Or how bad the government is and how it wants your money. Or...
yeah.
So, it's obviously a scam. But you mix that with the large amount of investing money they got. Mm-hmm. The fake reviews.
Yup.
Which I'm just going to say, there's no way they got 100 reviews in a 2-week period. All 5.
All 5.
No way.
And they're all so...
They're all the samey.
Yeah.
No, those are fake reviews. They got it on every streaming service just to try and trick you. The cover shows the dog in an eye patch, which is a 2-second scene at the beginning as the kids are playing in the treehouse, and a 2-second scene at the end to tie it back to the intro scene.
Correct.
To make it look like a bigger movie. And then on the poster, it's like a Hollywood film.
Yes.
Technically, it was shot in California.
Yeah.
I mean,
these are all true.
The whole thing. it's a story about money laundering in the story.
It's so meta. It's so meta.
and it has messages, important messages, like unconditional love. That's about family. Dogs bring families together. Money isn't everything.
But it's time.
More important. But
time is money, and money is time.
But time is money.
But you can't buy time with money, except when you can.
And you should get rid of all the money because your family's more important. But if you can keep the money, you should do that because you could just take it, and you still don't have to claim that.
And the IRS is bad, I think, but also the IRS did some good things because they stopped the money.
Yeah, they stopped people from cheating on the tax system, but not me because I hoard all my money in a garbage bag in my garage.
This movie
What's the message?
Tommy Tallarico needs money.
Tommy needs money.
It feels like the message is the director would love to have your cash to help make his movie that is certainly not a scam. Definitely not. The Christian messaging of this too is the funny thing about that. Like, people might go, oh no, it's one of those movies that's full of that kind of messaging. It's not. It's not is the thing.
It falls flat on its face there.
Because it has like a little bit of the conservative leanings, like you said, like the IRS thing, but like it's very, very, very light touches. These are not true believers in any of that stuff. That, like, to me, this very much feels like all of this was carefully crafted to sell a story to Kickstarter, essentially, investors. It's not Kickstarter, but...
No.
It was set up like
unless
that.
they had an Indiegogo or something, but...
It's like they had an investors wall on their website. It feels like they did it through their own system because, again, like this feels sophisticated. Like, that's the thing that's cool about this in a way. I mean, cool about this.
Oh, you think it's cool?
It's interesting about this is that it's done in such a competent way in a lot of cases. Like, so much of it feels like really carefully constructed to sell a story to investors to get money and
to get money back out, yeah.
And to like not even use Kickstarter, like have their own website and payment processor, it seems, and do all of that. Like, they have an investor login on their website. Like, their website's really well designed.
Something's hidden behind that investor login.
I want it so bad. I want it so bad. But yeah, like I almost wonder, because it's on every streaming service, if it made enough money back.
I mean, I didn't pay them. They wanted $5. I didn't give them $5. I watched it on Tubi.
That's true.
like a well-adjusted human being, I watched the dog movie on Tubi with my friend on a Sunday.
A Sunday afternoon where we were talking about how beautiful the weather is.
It is pretty... I could go outside right now. That's a good point. All right, anyway. Yeah, we fucked up. This is what I'm getting at. We fucked up.
You better... We have a Patreon. Time is money. You can go to Rough Cuts Cast.
Tommy needs money.
Ilyon needs money. Fuck Tommy. Should we talk about the movie? It feels like it's incidental. This is an Oliver Daly situation, except that it's more obvious in what it's doing.
The movie doesn't care about the movie.
No.
It upsets its own story multiple times for nothing. For nothing. Like, the whole plot is that the kids, twins, a boy and a girl, they stumble upon a magic leprechaun pond as a rainbow that they're following goes into the leprechaun pond. And then they pray to the leprechaun for money. And when the dog jumps through the gay rainbow, he gets gay money.
Yeah. I have a question. Where the fuck is Leprechaun? Because, like, they both... they go to a pond and they go, look, it's a leprechaun pond and it's the end of the rainbow. You can make a wish. And the dog jumps through the rainbow as the kid makes a wish. And we don't hear what the wish is. And
either time.
We don't see anything from the dog. And he goes, look, the leprechaun granted us this wish. But it's just a pawn. There's nothing there.
The kid says it's a leprechaun, but he prays like he's praying to Jesus.
That also, yes.
So
yes.
it's almost like if you were to follow that logic, that Jesus is a leprechaun.
I mean, it could be, yeah.
And it is St. Patty's Day, and it is
literally
season.
St. Patty's Day and tax season. Which, when you said it was tax season, and I saw the plot synopsis of this, is like the IRS is trying to steal their tax-making... Their money-making dog. I
they're counterfeiting
I thought, well, there you go.
So the dog prints counterfeit money.
No, but it's real money.
It's real money, but then the girl later on is like, it looks so real. Which implies
they think
it's
that it must be counterfeit? Because that's what they think. I mean,
but they're spending it anyway, so...
I mean, technically it would be counterfeit because it's not printed by the federal government.
I don't know if the federal government has rule over leprechaun money.
Does Fey law supersede the Supreme Court?
I don't
okay,
think
listen,
you have to claim leprechaun money on your taxes.
No, hold on. Okay, hold up. I'm a Canadian, so I need this explained. There's the federal branches of government in the United States, the checks and balances, I get that. But I know, the tiers, so you have, local courts, and then it's, appellate courts, and then there's, Ninth Circuit, and then there's Supreme Court.
There's a lot of court circuits.
Is Fey above that, or below the Supreme Court? Where does it fit into the...
The Fey Court has its own, bureau.
Oh, okay.
Which is the POG, the Pot of Gold Bureau, the POG.
Okay.
And they're constantly pogging. Right?
Yeah. That's from.
That's where the gold goes that you get from the leprechaun. But you don't pay taxes on it. The federal court...
Well, yeah, you don't pay taxes on it because when people are pogging, you're paying your favorite streamer and he's splitting it 50-50 with you because then it's unclaimed, baby.
And also it's like a church. You just don't have to... it's like a donation. The leprechaun's donating gold to you, if you really think about it.
Alright.
Anyway, so their dog is printing counterfeit money. And the kids are going under their bed and they're like, wow, $40. We're rich. Let's order stuff off of Amazon.
Cash
which they do.
Delivery.
But they pay cash
on delivery.
On arrival, COA, in an envelope. An unmarked envelope. The IRS guy, who's their neighbor, is catching on to their money-making / money laundering / counterfeiting scheme / leprechaun gold. / dog TM.
Yes.
Automated dog machine. Dog teller, ADT? That comes up too.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah.
Automated dog teller. That's what the sticker was.
Oh, it's not their security system because they don't have one because the kid walks in without them even having a locked door. Right. Yeah, that's why there's the ADT sticker in the scene while he's breaking in.
It's all
because automated dog teller.
Hold on, I gotta get my board. Where's the line? Do you have yarn? Suck it. All right. ADT. Yeah.
Put leprechaun up there. That's connected.
Leprechaun. Gold.
POG. Department of Gold.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Money.
Those together later.
And money laundering in the middle and circle it. Circle money laundering in the middle.
We're figuring this out.
We're figuring out how to launder money. We're figuring it out. We're getting there.
Anyway, their IRS neighbor is spying on them because big government always wants small dog to make less money.
Yeah, so if they know about Bitcoin and they're ordering cash on delivery, is it just that they're using Silk Road and not Amazon? Is that where they're getting all these items?
Well, they're doing cash on arrival because they don't have a bank account that's not in Bitcoin. So they have to export their money from the Bitcoin non-bank entity and then pay in cash.
It's God.
Amazon.
This fucking plot.
So
they start finding free money.
Yeah, they start finding free money. The parents find free money, and they're like, "Whoa, free money!" And they just start buying shit. Because they're like, we found all this money. It's ours. It was under the couch.
Yeah. Oh, and you might wonder, wait, why does any of this matter? Why do we care that this family is getting free money? Oh, they have a 10-second scene where the mom goes, the other local retailer is discounting our entire merchandise 40% off. All right, we'll just do all of ours 45%. And then she goes, man, we can't seem to make this shop
make
make
this
money.
business work, huh?
Somehow we're just losing money on it. I don't know why.
she's really good at business because her husband's an accountant.
That's the other thing. How does he not know how to do this? Oh my god, it fucking kills me. How does he not know any of this?
So they find all this money just lying around the house. And they start dumping it in garbage bags because they have too much. And just throwing it everywhere.
Millions of dollars. They're just floating in money. They're on beds and beds of cash.
And they don't question ever where it comes from. They're worried about having to claim it on their taxes.
The dad is a little bit, which makes sense as an accountant.
Because he's an accountant. Yeah.
Except he's spending all of it. And not hiding any of it. And not laundering it.
No,
but
he's
also
laundering it in the motorcycle he bought. And the race car he bought. And the...
But also, and the golf clubs that his cousin bought him. Yeah, that he just happened to get.
And the mom has a hot workout teacher that she spends way too much time with. No, I know.
Yeah. There is a moment where, so we were talking about, like, they don't question where it came from or anything. At one point, the kids, during all this, start petting the dog. And they go, wait, it's the dog that's been giving the money. This feels like it's a week and a half in to them spending all the money. So it's like they haven't pet this dog in all that time.
They mention that because the kids see the parents schmoozing up on the dog like it's
later on
ATM dog printing money machine. And they're like, hey, you don't actually love that dog. You never cuddle that dog.
Yes. But before that, so the kids do that and find it out, and then the parents are spending all of this money, and the kids are spending all this money, and then it goes for like another week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
God, this movie's so boring, by the way. Again, we're going to make
really
this sound
boring.
Because, like, this is like 35 minutes of film, and you're like, wait, but there's nothing that's happened. That's right.
Correct. Yeah.
But it's the little plots that come out, the nuggets are wild. And eventually, after another week and a half, the parents see the dog shed the money. And the kids are like, oh, well, the dog is shedding money. And they're like, you have such wild imaginations. Shut up. You guys are idiots, to their kids. They haven't.
Where did they think they came from? They never thought anything.
What?
There were no
and is that
brains.
wilder than the money's just coming out of the floorboards? Where do they fucking think this money's coming from?
They would still have to pay taxes on it. Even if it just came from the floorboards.
That being said, too, though, their IRS neighbor realizes this.
Yes.
And starts going, expensive presents, huh? Because they give him like a bottle of wine from Italy. But like, it's just a fucking cheap ass fruit basket.
I mean, to be fair, they were trying to bribe their IRS neighbor.
Yes, kind of. Not to look the other way. They were just trying to be nice to him. But he's a fucking IRS agent, so he doesn't know.
To be friendly, yeah.
He doesn't understand human kindness.
Here's... The movie's already very stupid. Here's where it takes a turn. Where it takes a turn.
Yes.
In the middle of the film,
yes,
a newscast pops up.
Yes.
And then the anchor just starts saying, oh my god, it's wild. It's fucking literally raining money in the park. Thousands and thousands of dollars. If you show up, don't forget to bring a bat or a gun. Maybe a saw? I don't know. Something that can kill people.
It's the Purge out here.
It's the Purge.
And then she like drops
everywhere.
her fucking microphone and runs off into the distance to grab the free money.
And
at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like your question at that point is this reality? Are the kids like, what is happening?
You have extra questions because at the exact same moment, while this is on the TV in the background, they're aunts and uncle, but maybe it seems like it's the kid's aunt and uncle, but they say that it's the brother.
Wife's aunt, I think.
But then they say that it was brother. You can't let your brother be not here, so
Maybe they mean brother in the religious sense.
And then they talk about all the cream pies they're gonna share and how
they
they're
do
sharing
love
them
sharing cream pies. No, that's true.
as a
They love
family
cream
because
pies,
they like the. Hey, that is just very obviously an only cream pie. Nobody does that.
Oh no, they
Unless-
they love cream pies.
Okay, I don't need. Like the whole family does? Wait, like is it like the whole family?
That's why they keep talking about going to Italy. They want.
Oh, so that they can have their family pies together.
No,
But, like foreign.
No, but
you cream pie, but Doug inhaled it.
Oh, yeah, he does like the cream pie.
it's just those four. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's just
Okay,
this
all
part of the
set.
family that
Clean
likes
sheets,
cream pies.
just-
No, yeah, they love cream
Cream
pies.
pies.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay.
I'm gonna write down my.
Waiting on that scotch.
What's her name? Aunt Dee Dee? Aunt Dee Dee's cream pie. I'm gonna write that down. My notes.
Maybe that's another business I can launder money
That
through.
The neighbors
can
tried to
know.
get their hands on our money.
So anyway, they're coming up the driveway, and he goes, "But I canceled their family visit because we can't have them here and see our bags of money."
Which they're having so many problems hiding that they're just throwing them on the bed.
They have them in the guest room, just stacked
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like they're basically it's like Walter White's like fucking
Yes.
like extra storage shed. I'm not joking. It's fucked up. They have that much money, and they come up the driveway, and they're trying to hide the money as the news story is playing in the background.
About
Literally
free money raining from the sky.
Yes, and they start mentioning it in the conversation. Well, the dad is hiding the money behind his back from them that he grabbed from around the room.
And then the aunt shows up. It's like, hey, I heard this story about all this free money raining from the sky.
Isn't
Further
that
confirming
wild?
That it is actually happening.
Yes.
And unrelated to the child's wish, by the way, from the leprechaun.
Yes. But they have free infinite money.
Mhm,
Right?
mhm.
And the worry is that they want to hide it because they don't want to like basically get caught with the taxes because they feel like they're doing something illegal, even though it's not illegal because all they would have to do is claim it at the end of the year, and it's not the end of the year yet. Doesn't matter. But why are
But
they
it's
hiding?
literally raining free money, so they could just say, we
They
got it
just
at
got
the
the
park.
freest out of all time.
Yes!
Mid-problem. The
I don't think
only problem in the entire movie, and they get the fucking freest goddamn out of all time, and they drop it.
But they don't. Yeah. Instead, the mom drags the bags of money like a body through the kitchen.
Yeah, they have like this 10-minute sequence
What the
of like the
fuck? lowest
lowest stakes hiding money from this family, like these other two family members. And it's so baffling, unbelievably baffling, because you can just say,
Yeah.
wow, we went to the park. Yeah, it's totally wild. We got a lot of free money. Look.
Yeah, we got all the free money. Brick killed a guy.
Isn't that... No politics. No politics.
Yeah.
What? It's the freest out. What are these people doing? What are they doing?
I don't know.
It's incomprehensible. On top of that, the neighbor is an IRS agent. So he's trying to find their money. I mean, also the coincidences of dad is an accountant, which they don't raise up until like 3/4 of the way through the movie.
It's not important.
And then they
until
just say
later,
it
yeah.
like it was something that you knew the whole time. And I'm like, I certainly fucking didn't know that because you never goddamn told me. But then the dad and so this IRS agent is like, we've got to catch them. Wait, they're printing free money. I've caught them. I know what I should do. I should steal that dog so we can have the free money. Why does
But-
he need to be an IRS agent then? What's the fucking point?
And also, he doesn't even want the money later.
But then
just
later
wants
on, he
to
changes his
record
mind
a
again.
video of the money
So he
being
can send
made.
it in and
But
prove that
that's
they're
not
making
what he
counterfeit
says
money?
he wants originally.
No. And and
Yeah.
that's to prove that they're making counterfeit money. But if you show that it's coming off of a magic dog, then doesn't that not
They didn't steal from anyone.
that's not counter
They just
and
didn't
then-
claim it. Yeah.
How could you possibly say that that's a I mean, I don't know Fey law. I don't know the POG department, but it feels like that's legal, right? Isn't that like kind of the whole leprechaun? Like,
I mean,
there's got to be like a Section 3 leprechaun code that covers this.
I don't think the leprechaun covers this. Leprechaun code covers this specifically.
Also,
And maybe that's a loophole in the Fey government branch of the federal government.
you'd wonder.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
So maybe the other question that I have too, there's so many things that don't make sense in this scene. How is that man going to send in the evidence off of that 1994 VHS cam? That's going to be really hard to rip that and send it into your government office, my dude.
For a 2023 movie, they have some real old fucking tech.
The IRS agent also has like a flip phone from
He has a flip phone
2004.
from the 2000s. The daughter, who is really into money,
Yes.
like really into money.
Oh god.
Oh, and make sure to take time off for Aunt Dee Dee and Uncle Fred's visit.
More money.
What?
The answer to your riddle, Doug.
Could you just be a normal daughter and call me Dad?
So,
I take more money over
Wait.
more time any day. Because you know how I spell time? M-O-N-E-Y.
You are too smart for
that's
your own
not
good.
smart. That's
That's
What?
not
I
smart.
can't.
She has like an old, not like a flip phone, but an old phone. The mom has like an old Fire tablet or something.
Yeah, everything
Yeah,
is
they're all
ancient.
old. They're all old, and you can tell when they start running out of funding because there's less money on the screen.
Oh, and also they suddenly just have bad audio for one scene.
Right
right at
There's
the end of the
one
movie.
scene where they didn't ADR and kept the original audio, but the original audio sucks.
Mom, you're doing it too.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
There's
that's
a hot
oh.
and bright tight t-shirt,
This sounds
I believe.
bad.
Julio is a fitness consultant.
And he's helping me
Do not
fitness
shame me for needing a
dick
little
in
help.
my.
It's not fair to expect working moms to look like Wonder Woman on her own.
We should be trying to save the store, not buying stupid stuff.
Can you?
Oh, sweetie, we
They
know.
should have
Like
ADR'd
we're gonna
this.
run out of money now.
What happened?
Okay,
Wait,
we're
did
gonna
they
discuss this later?
okay, they're talking about running out of money as they ran out of money to edit the fucking
I'm not,
body of the
okay?
movie.
just
I
don't
like I
want
said,
me
I
to
think
put my
there's
card
a money
collections.
laundering scheme happening, but I don't think it's in the movie.
Well, I am very disappointed.
Well, it
They're
is,
both grounded.
but in a meta
Take
way.
back whatever you've got so far, especially that hideous sweater.
It's
Yeah.
so echoey and terrible.
Anyways,
We're so
you know-
far off the fucking track on this one, man.
you notice how we didn't mention the dog's name? The dog's name is Nuzzles.
Yeah.
You want to know why we didn't mention the dog's name? Because the dog is an object that prints money.
It's the ADT.
Yeah, like the sticker on the window. And that's so the point. The dog's not even a character. That the boy, the only character that remotely cares about this dog, tells everybody in the family, you don't even give a shit about this dog, and the only wishes I made to the devil were for him.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I only worship this leprechaun devil because I wanted the family to come together. That's why I asked for money.
Yes. Yes. Because it's about family.
'Cause it's
just
about
like Star
family.
Wars. It's just like Star Wars. Why does the IRS neighbor have creepy detached baby head chia pets? What the fuck was that about?
Government agents are real freaky. No politics. No politics.
So anyway, the neighbor dog naps Nuzzles
Yes.
because he wants to get video evidence of the dog creating
or
money.
steal the money
or
for
take
himself.
the money for himself and also not claim it to the government because he's an IRS agent and he can get away with it. I don't know.
And or I spend time with his son because he wants to show his son what the job is about.
Was it about spending time with his son?
It's about spending time with your family.
Is it?
It's about family.
So then the kids decide that they need to Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars this. And Luke, you're my only hope.
She literally gives him the lightsaber and says he's their only hope. Which
they can't do, but they sure did. And then they break in, Home Alone, tar and feather the neighbor and his kid
in the laziest, stupidest way possible.
Yeah, they glitter bomb him. You want to know why? You remember when glitter bombs were popular on TikTok and YouTube for a summer?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
that's almost certainly why.
Yeah.
And then they get their dog back.
Yeah.
So the IRS neighbor who's been creeping around their house, his son who illegally went into their house, and him who illegally stole their dog.
Yes.
Calls the cops.
Correct. But also, well, here's the thing, because I did the same thing in the movie. I was like, well, okay.
You called the cops. Okay.
This is going to be really hard for them to then call the cops and explain, okay, my neighbor stole back their dog that I had already stolen. That seems like a hard sell. And so I go, okay, well, what are they doing here? And then the movie answers you, which is, no, they're actually being tricky, you see, because what they're going to do is they're going to lie about something. What they're going to lie is they're going to say that the dog was barking too much and make a noise complaint. So that way that they can... so then...
Get the money-making dog shot by the cop. Yeah? Well, anyway, the cop shows up.
What was the... Okay, like, it does make sense at a certain point that it's like, okay, the first plan, calling them to say that they've unstolen their dog from you, is bad. But then, how do you then... What does the noise complaint get you?
Well,
and the answer is nothing.
The mom is very scared of the cop showing up at the door because of all the money that they're hiding from their counterfeit money laundering dog. Right?
But it's not illegal. None of this is illegal. I don't know the fake code statutes, but I'm positive. Like, I'm in Canada, so I think that maybe we have different Fae. But like,
no, they're different. They're different.
Is the Fae department different there? Okay, maybe I'm just talking out my ass.
You have oofies. Americans have oomfies.
Oh fuck. Okay, is that
different.
the problem?
That they're different oomphy.
Oh shit. Okay.
My bad. So the cop shows up. And he's like, oh, wow, that's weird. Yeah, your neighbor was complaining about your dog barking. Well, yeah, he barks a lot. He's really loud, actually. Oh, well, who's a cute puppy. Don't touch my dog, he'll bite you. Oh, he bites, too. Good to know.
Okay. Can I come in?
Yeah, can I come in? Why do you keep asking that? Well, I'm a Dracula. Did you know the cops can't come in unless you invite them in? They're just like Draculas.
She immediately says yes.
She keeps falling for every trick in the book this cop
Stop talking to cops! Just don't do it! What are you doing, lady?
And then he finds a $100 bill on the ground. He's like, oh, wow, you dropped that money of yours. Ha ha ha. And she like, oh, yeah, ha ha. So then she like stuffs it under her boob.
Yeah.
In front of him. Like,
a
minute.
Fine. Her only problem is that she's nervous.
Uh-huh.
All she has to do is say, no, you cannot come in. Sorry, they said my dog was loud. Have a nice day, officer.
Oh, where'd you get this $100 bill? Oh, yeah, it was raining money in the park.
Yes! Oh my god! They're hiding the money still! Yes, thank you. I always forget that.
Yep.
Because that is a, 10-second scene. They reference it quietly in the background every once in a while. Why, you ask? Good question. But
they never explain it.
There's nothing else about it. It's there to make you question why you're watching the movie because all of the problems are already solved.
God.
How is this your money? We found it in the park. Why did you not claim it on your taxes? Well, it was raining from the sky in the park.
Done. Yeah, done.
It's over.
So after they undog nap Nuzzles
Yes.
from the IRS neighbor and his son, they decide to hide Nuzzles and all the money that they printed off of the dog in their treehouse.
Yes.
And then for some reason the IRS guy shows up with a ladder because the daughter ordered pizza, which told the delivery driver where the fucking treehouse is. And this information got to the IRS guy somehow. So then he tries to get a ladder up to the treehouse to get the dog after threatening to murder them, kill their family, ruin their business, and tase their dog.
Yes. No violence, no swearing, family
No
focus.
adult themes in this movie.
Oh, also the family that the cousins that were aunt, cousin, cream pie family that was staying with them.
The cream pie enjoyers.
Yes, the cream pie enjoyers were staying with them, and they got spooked out of the house because they saw his peeking face through the window. So that's how that plot got solved.
Yeah, because he's a peeping Willie, which is a penis, and there's no adult themes in this movie.
So then he calls the cops again, and also the IRS at the same time, and says that they've got a dog that prints money.
This is okay. So after he breaks through the treehouse and then threatens the little girl that he's going to stab her, and then she almost cries, and he gives up.
Yeah. Oh, I won't stab you.
And after the son escaped because of his fear of heights, which was irrelevant.
Oh my
didn't
god!
Fucking matter.
Fine. Yeah.
And then he goes back.
That?
He goes back to the magic leprechaun pond and makes another wish.
Which we
as
don't
the dog
hear.
jumps through the gay rainbow.
Yeah, none of these are wishes that we get to hear, and you just gotta guess.
We don't know what the wish is, but then he calls the cops and the IRS again, and gets his IRS backup from the Pulp Fiction guys.
Yes.
I guess.
And, yeah, what they had in that suitcase the whole time, that's right, IRS secrets. So they had the tax codes. See, they're secret just for them.
But because of the boy's wish,
Quicken doesn't want you to get them. They were doing deliveries for Quicken.
So when the IRS neighbor tries to show the cop and the IRS buddies that the dog prints money, it doesn't work. And then the aunt shows up again for no reason to say, hey, that's the guy who was peeping at me in the window. He's a creep.
Yeah.
I guess. And then the cop's going to arrest him because he's a creep. And the boy's like, no, he just wanted to spend time with his son. It's about family.
And that's the end of the movie.
Well, almost. The problem is, after that, the whole family, so the brother and sister, the mom and dad, go to the treehouse, and they're surrounded by bags of money that they still have.
Yeah.
And then they say, you know what, it's not about the money, it's about the family. But we're going to keep the money. And then it ends.
And then it ends.
And then it ends. And then it ends again. And then it ends again.
So, my point with that, though, is that I am now at like 40 minutes into the recording that we have on our personal files. And that's with our intros and all of our talk about the funding for this movie. So if you're going...
there's like no plot.
Yeah. How did you discussed this whole movie in like 20 minutes and you said every single plot? Yes, we sure did. It's an hour and 25 minutes long. So I wanted to just really put that into people's minds for if they go, wow, this movie sounds wild. I should watch it.
I guess.
Do not.
The movie does start with the sister in murder music with murder lighting pushing her brother out of a window
to establish his fear of heights,
which is irrelevant.
So they could never talk about it again for the entirety of the movie as he goes into the treehouse constantly and never talks about it. And then at the end of the movie, they can go, oh, I have to go down the treehouse alone. And that means I have to be brave and get over my fear of heights. Because it's about family.
So what we're saying is this isn't a movie. This is a scam. I guess.
The money laundering was coming from inside the movie the entire time.
I guess.
This is a fantastic way to bilk a lot of investors. Or bilk a lot of audience, because like maybe somehow if it is distributed everywhere.
It's everywhere. It has a flashy poster. It has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Got some good review scores. And like,
and it's $5, which makes you think it's value.
So maybe,
why would they ask so much?
Yeah, and again, like the people involved in this obviously have some skill and experience in making some level of film, whether like commercials or like short films, things like that, right? So you wonder, like they know a little bit of the ins and outs of the industry. So I kind of wonder if it's they bilked, quote unquote, in a way the investors, but like in that they were going to make a terrible movie. But also they probably got enough return to pay them. And it was just that like they basically let the investors take the risk and maybe still made money. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they actually managed to pay everyone.
Did they make money? I doubt it.
I don't know.
I'll be honest.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't see this one even being popular in the crowds they were marketing it to. I really don't.
I have no idea. Yeah. That's the only thing though that I'm like, you know, I could honestly see it being a bit of both. Like, oh, let's scam these investors out of their money. And then if it goes right, well, then we're really in the money. And if it goes wrong, who gives a shit? It's not our money.
I mean, how much money could a movie cost? $1 million?
$1 million?
$2 million?
$2 million? It might have almost been that much money. If you actually look at the high end of the investments, it's very possible that that's actually the cash.
That's only the investors they named, too. They could have just not put somebody in a tier. Who knows? Anyway, this is a fucking odd one. This is an odd one.
Yeah, this is a hell of a movie. I enjoyed finding out about this story, and I would love to know more. And if anybody has more, which you won't, but if you do, you can always find us on social media and send us like an email at roughcutscast@gmail.com, or you can find us on Blue Sky or co-host at roughcutscast, or you can give us money for our various tiers of investors at patreon.com, and we will absolutely give you a family-friendly podcast that is very profitable, and you can make your money. And I can't say any more because that will absolutely get us in fraud trouble.
We will never mention cream pies.
So,
we never rated the dog.
Let's rate the dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wait, we forgot about the dog?
The movie forgot about the dog.
Okay, so the podcast is gone, right? All the cops and IRS agents are out of the room because I'm stealing a bit from H-Bomber Guy, and he did a bit on plagiarism, and I don't want to get canceled. But I'm stealing them right now. Again.
If you only want to know about the movie and what we watched, you can go. You don't have to keep listening.
Just go.
You could just leave.
All right, they're all gone. Yo, we found a story. I don't know what the story is, but we found a story.
Yo, we found some shit.
We should have done more. This is more of an Oliver Daily than I realized. This is the actual Oliver Daily.
There might actually be a way deeper scam than we think. I don't know. So we were talking about
how many possibilities.
We were talking about how this didn't get kickstarted, right? They made money from investors. That's true. It did not get kickstarted. It got republicked instead.
Yes. Tell me about Republic.
Well, it's a site for investors / crypto. And more. That more is doing a lot of work. And supposedly they had 975 investors, raising 300,000 or 307,000.
Yes.
In funding.
On top, is that on top of or in it, or is it included in?
They claimed that they had already raised 150 to 500,000. That is a very large fucking gap of what they've already raised before that fundraiser.
Where did they raise that money?
They do not mention this, oddly enough.
Is it all in their wall of investors? Because that's less than or about the same amount of money as what their wall of investors could have made. So is that
but
an
that's not the
addition?
Republic.
But
So,
is it? Well, is it? Did they just put them on a wall of investors on their site as part of the campaign? Or are those
Are you saying
fake
they just
ones?
put random names in there in the investors?
I am not under any circumstances legally alleging any illegal
we are
behavior
not
on the behalf of
alleging
Higher
any
Productions Entertainment or Higher Purpose Entertainment or their CEO and manager Brad Wilson or their director Justin Ward or their producer Casey Bond or their staff Steve Dorff.
All I can say is we have no, big air quotes, Hollywood accounting to make up for this.
We have absolutely not. Definitely, yes. Definitely super not.
But
like
it was
they
raised,
say.
Yeah, but it was raised on Republic for a book. The basis of this is on a book which has 6 reviews.
Yes.
All of which are about the movie.
We looked at the reviews. Yes, we looked at the reviews of the book finally.
And the book looks real bad. It did not sell well. So there's no investment opportunity there. Is there?
The book on the cover says, or like on the Amazon site, has top 5, like it's basically top 5 million. It's like 482,000, on and on and on. Like, so.
Wait, are you saying the movie reviews on Rotten Tomatoes are fake, but the book reviews about the movie are real? Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And the front of this book is incredible. I'm going to use it as the podcast image, so you can check it out there.
They valued this movie at $1.1 million on that Republic, by the way.
Yes.
So as an investment opportunity, which is not funding the movie, by the way, they expect you to get paid back. I highly doubt that happened, based on what I've seen.
But I don't know. I don't know about that.
Maybe.
It's distributed everywhere, and I also... So this is a book that is a self-published book. And I almost wonder, like we were talking, did this author just like, hey, now I made a movie. Well, for $500 on your Republic investment, I can say that I made this movie?
They must have. Because, okay, so the author released their book in 2007. And then there are 2 other books that they've released. Both in 2022, which is the copyright date of this film, which implies that they got a payment from this film and then published 2 of their books.
There are so many threads now of who possibly could get scammed at what time. And it was on
Republic. Republic bought Fig, and Fig is where the Intellivision Amico made its fucking scam.
It all goes back to our first stolen bit. You thought I was talking about the other one, but no. Tommy Tallarico needs money. That dog was fucking cooking meth.
You can't say that after I'm done recording. What the fuck?
I wasn't done recording.
I was. How dare you?